Raise your hand if you have ever thrown away rotary blade before it was dull. Yes. Well, yes. We all have that nightmare attitudinal friendship hatred with our rotary blades, don't we, my friends? Well, today I am going to ask you, what would you say if I told you there's a way to bring these blades back to life? Today we are doing a product review on something that is long overdue to be purchased in my household, because unfortunately, I have been throwing money away for years because I get so incredibly irritated with rotary blades that just die on me. And how many of these do you have in your household, my friends? Tell me, have you ever gone through a period in your life where you have bought these and been so incredibly frustrated before the one completely kaputs on you? If it still works except for the blade, why, oh why, do we go through the torment of this? Well, we are reviewing this beauty today, my friends, and I do want to tell you, the Omnigrid 2110 is compact dual rotary blade sharpener designed specifically for 45 millimeter blades. Well, Wendy, I don't have a 45. Well, then buy the size that you do. But the majority or the main household blade is the 45. So that is the one I'm going to review today. And my friends, I got to tell you, if this one works, yeah, we're going to get a bigger one, we're going to get a smaller one, and we're going to be happy. But are we going to be happy? So let's take a look. We are going to open this up. This is a completely manual dual rotary blade sharpener. And there's no blade in there yet. So we are going to figure out how on earth could this little beast work? So we have our instruction booklet right inside of our main lid. We're going to find out if this really works. So Omnigrid has been a staple in the quilting and sewing world for over 40 years, offering rulers, mats, and cutting tools trusted by pros and hobbyists alike. The sharpener isn't new tech, but it's a refined version of an idea that's been around for decades. But what's changed? Well, you can't get much smaller or much lightweight than this. So this is going to be perfect to put in our little zipper, take with us on sewing and quilting trips. And we're going to learn how to sharpen my huge stash of old blades, used blades. And by the way, I always throw my blades away in a package or taped between cardboard because I don't want to cut myself, much less let anybody else cut themselves. So if and when you do ever throw away a blade, just keep that in mind. So I'm going to untape these and pull these apart, and we're going to test out our new Omnigrid blade sharpener. Now, this is a tool. It recommends as soon as you get your first cut that is dull, that doesn't slide like, what do you say, cutting through jello. Then we want to do this. So let's read the instructions and then do it together. Shall we, my friends? Assembly: unscrew handles, center blade on handle screw, tighten handles together over blade. Well, hey, that can't be hard, right? So we're unscrewing our two little paddles here. We've got a little screw and a little place to put it here. And I have the round circle blades currently. We're going to put, it fits perfect, no looseness, no anything there. And it says, start with a coarser side, then turn abrasive disc over and finish on the lighter side. Dip only the tip of your finger in the water and rub the ring of water around the disc. This prevents metal particles from clogging the sharpening surface. After using sharpener, clean the grit surface with a damp cloth. Ooh, do you hear that, my friends? That actually with sharpening. So let me get a little fingerful, and it fits perfectly in here. There's no hard way to do this at all. I am so excited. Okay, so we're going to get a drop of water and do that. So lightweight, so absolutely perfect. I cannot believe that. The portable, safe, amazing. The 2110 is the model version of this that we are using. And again, why does it cost so much? Well, maybe because it's absolutely brilliant. It really works. It's lightweight. It has a thick and a thin, or I should say a fine and a coarse. Okay, I am so excited over such a simplistic, wonderful tool. Okay, but let's get back to it. You always want to remove your 45mm blade very, very carefully, because once you have sharpened this, that blade is it's tight in between the two, but again, you're going to be touching the blade. So when you take this apart, make sure that you are only holding the inside. You've got your fingers open. Never touch that blade, because you can cut yourself. And we definitely don't need any blood on the table. Okay, to one another, we twist them, and I hear it. I hear it just like beautiful, fine sandpaper you can't hurt your hands with. That is amazing. I am really struck over that. Okay, 15 to 20 seconds, and you've got a perfectly sharp blade again. Then we're going to flip the blade over, sharpen it on the other side, and voila, we are done. So you can sharpen a blade up to 20 to 30 times before you have to throw it away. So just think about all of these blades we have been throwing away for years and never wanted to purchase this. Okay, let's just talk about that. These Zoologies, I'm sure I've had them a while, because I can't believe they're only $12.99. But consider this blade with one blade, one machine for $12.99. When it gets dull or something, I've dropped it too many times, I throw it away. These cases of blades are costing me incredible amounts of money. I'm spending what? A minimum of $3 per blade? Minimum? How many blades do I go through in a year? Imagine doing this, and if I just use this for 10 blades a year, that's saving $30. That's the cost of this little piece of plastic. Now, why did the plastic cost so much? You can get these on sale for anywhere from $23 to normal price, $32, $35. And again, this is an Omnigrid. You can get other companies as well, but I am dumbfounded at how lightweight, how easy peasy this is, and why I haven't gotten that before. It pays for itself in 1 year, and this is, I mean, if I can sharpen this one blade 20 to 30 times before I have to throw it away, that's $3 times 30. That's $90 I'm saving. And if I'm a crafter, if I'm cutting a lot of paper, if I'm cutting a lot of fabric, man, this blows me away at just the money savings. Cost me the first year. After that, it's saving me at least $90 a year, because, well, we're doing quilts in this household. So I'm so excited about that. Manual versus electric. We could have got an electric one of these, but how easy, how simple that is to manipulate. Why bother with the extra costs? So how does it stack up against other sharpeners? The Omnigrid is safer, cheaper, and more eco-friendly than electric models. No need for cords, no need for batteries, no need for power tools, no need for any of that. Could I cut myself on this? Do I want my 8-year-old using this? Absolutely not. A pack of 5 new blades costs $15 to $25. So 5 times 3 is 15. So I'm paying cheaper than most people are doing, but they are paying up to $25 for 5 blades. That's $5 a blade. That's crazy. The 2110 sharpener pays for itself in just a few uses. Other manual models, some brands use single-sided sharpening or abrasive pads. Omnigrid dual ceramic system gives a more even, balanced edge. Plus, this sharpener may last longer than your cutting mat. Wow. Okay, quilters and sewists alike, hit that comment button. How many sewing mats have you gone through? Now, I've bought a bad one in the past, and that one lasted me about a year. But I will tell you, the average cutting mat and cutting a quilt a week, okay? Maybe 2 quilts a week, but a quilt a week on my cutting mat. I have the same cutting mat for 2000... I would say it is pushing at least 8 years old right now. So the sharpener fits in your sewing box, your sewing bag, your travel bag, your pencil case. Bring it to retreats and sewing groups. So easy. Your friends will love you for the use of it too. Mark blades you've sharpened with a dot using a Sharpie so you can track the usage. So am I going to get 30 dots around that? Would that not be cool? You know what? If I get 5 dots around that, this thing is paid for itself. But I am so excited about that. We're going to do that. We're going to try that. Store the sharpener away from moisture. I know the instructions tell you put a little bit of water around there and clean it with a damp rag. Just let it dry for a couple of minutes before you put it away. Metal components can erode, so you always want to be careful of that. Use it every 3 to 4 hours of cutting. Showing on your rotary blade, so you're always happy cutting, because my friends, if you're standing at a cutting board for a long period of time, and trust me, if you've got to go over that fabric 3 times to cut it, or you can only cut 1 or 2 layers, imagine a sharp rotary blade and going over that 5-6 layers at a time, smooth as silk, absolutely incredible. So is the OmniGrid 2110 worth it? Absolutely. If you're using a rotary cutter regularly, this tool is a no-brainer. It's easy to use, pays for itself quickly, and keeps you from tossing blades away unnecessarily. Plus, it keeps your cuts sharp, clean, and accurate, and that's the key to quilting, quilts fitting perfectly. If my blade is dull, I don't know why, but it is so easy for me. If I have a sharp blade, it goes across so quick and easy and perfect. And if it's not perfectly sharp, I don't know why. Maybe it's just me. Tell me if it's you too in the comments. But sometimes my cuts aren't straight. I go away from my ruler, and I do it the same every time. So let me know if you run into that issue as well. And buy one for yourself and a gift for your quilting buddy. These make the perfect gift, and you'll be a hero in the sewing room. And my friends, if you haven't heard me say it before, I don't make a dime off of any of these. They're just tools that I find that I fall in love with, and then I buy a brand new one, show you on camera, and then gift it to my favorite quilting buddy, Sylvia! And for the question, does it work on those that have the little marks cut out in the center? Yes, 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 it does, my friends. We're going to put it right down on there. You've got a little movement where the others, there's no movement at all. You snug this right up, and then we're going to put it against our sandpaper. See how the blade goes right against our sandpaper. And 10-20 seconds, turn it over, 10-20 seconds, and we are sharp again. And of course, I'm showing you now, why water? Why do we want to use a little bit of water on it? Well, because when we're sharpening this, we can get tiny, tiny, tiny little pieces. See the dark on the yellow? Little pieces of metal. So see on the napkin, when we wipe the blade, we're going to get just a little bit off. Now, that is the why, if we're shaky, if we're not sure-handed, we don't want to be sharpening our blades. Let a friend do it. Trust me, if you had 20 blades, you wanted me to come over and sharpen your blades, I'm happy to do that for you. Please don't cut your fingers. But see the black that's coming off? That is from sharpening all of my blades today. So I did want to show you that as well. And thanks again for joining me. Have a great day, my friends. I am so excited. I am going to go cut up for another quilt. So hit that subscribe button because we are quilting, my friends. All right, thanks for joining me today. I hope that you will learn from my mistakes over the years and have a blessed day, my friends. Bye.